Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to historic Larks Park on the 75th anniversary season of Hayes Larks Baseball. The second game of tonight's Rocky Mountain Baseball League doubleheader features the Colorado RoughRiders from Superior, Colorado, and your Hayes Larks. The Larks are currently 24-4 on the season, and at 12-2 are in first place in the Rocky Mountain Baseball League. Free admission to tonight's game has been made possible through the generous sponsorship of Kendall Krug Optimist in Family Eye Care, the Hilton Garden Inn and Convention Center, and Popped Gourmet Popcorn in Hayes. We greatly appreciate these generous people and their support of Hayes Larks Baseball. Ladies and gentlemen, before we begin tonight, please welcome our first pitch celebrity representing the Hilton Garden Inn and Convention Center, Calvin Purdy. Thanks, Calvin. And thanks to our game sponsors, Dr. Kendall Krug Family Optometry, the Hilton Garden Inn and Convention Center, and Popped Gourmet Popcorn in Hayes.
Where I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks!
Larks win game one of the doubleheader, 10-5, and first pitch of game two clocks in at 8:30 p.m. here in Hayes, Kansas. Jake Fitzgibbons on the mound for the Larks. First batter, Cole Hauser, the center fielder, takes this one to opposite field and in foul territory. 1 ball and 2 strikes to get things going here for game two of the doubleheader. If the Larks win this game, they win the RMBL. Fitz a righty, plays for the University of Tennessee, and this is appearance number 7 for Fitz this year. His first start since the 11th of July. And it's the first appearance since then. His first outing was against the Gannons. He went 2 innings in relief, and since then it's been starts for Jake. Gets a pop-up out of Hauser. It goes out of play. We'll go 1-2. Nobody out, nobody on as we're just in the top of the first, getting things going. Larks won, like I said, game 1, 10-5. Picked up runs in the first, second, third, fourth, and sixth. Didn't have to hit in the seventh. We're playing 2 7 inning games today. Hayes had 8 hits, walked 11 times, scored 10 runs, and left 8 on base. Jake Fitzgibbons strikes out. Another batter on his great season. That's number 37. Hauser's back to the dugout on strikes. One away as we go to Trenton Harris. As for the RoughRiders in game 1, 6 hits. They walked 5 times, left 5 on base, and picked up 5 runs. Jake is a strikeout pitcher in the RMBL. Look for him to rack up his total today. Strikeout number 37, and he continues to be one of the best pitchers in the league. 0-1 misses outside, 1-1. Jake needs 7 more strikeouts now to pass Wyatt Divis for the team lead, but he has thrown 15 1/3 less innings than Divis. 1-2 count as Harris swings in under this one. It's now 3 for strikeouts to Larks. Divis sitting in first place with 43 through 34 innings and 2/3 of an innings pitching. And then Brown sitting and tied with second with Fitz. Brown struck out 37 through 20 1/3, and Fitz has struck out 37 through 19 1/3, and now Fitz breaks that tie with Brown as he strikes out his second batter of the day. 2 up, 2 down, both on strikes as we go to Grayson Carter. Carter finished his day 2 for 2 in game 1, and also started the game and got handed the loss, went 3 1/3, gave up 6 runs and walked 9 guys. He's a Vanderbilt commit and the best player in Colorado according to Perfect Game. 1-0 count here to Carter with Luff on deck. 1 ball and a strike here, 2 away to the right fielder. Fitz's season high strikeouts is 13. That was against Fort Collins in his last outing. It was a great game. He struck out 13 of the 15 outs he got and cruised to his second win of the season. And strikes out. Carter looking. He strikes out the side. 3 up, 3 down. Strikeouts number 37, 38, and 39 for Fitz this season. And he sends us to the bottom half of the first. No score here in Hays, Kansas. This is Carson Ackerman on the call. You're tuned into Larks Network. Bottom of the first. top of the order, Tyler Palmer will lead it off for the Larks. Had game 1 off and is in the order for game 2. Since his first pitch from Brady Stricker to the backstop, will go 0-1 to the left fielder from the University of Nebraska. Cornhusker looking to get aboard here today. Tyler on the season batting .350, has 23 hits, 12 of those singles, 10 doubles, a triple. And I am looking at the wrong guy. 14 hits, 6 singles, 2 doubles, and 6 home runs. I was looking at Palmer Hutchison. We got the 2 Palmers leading it off for the Larks. Tyler Palmer lead off, and then Palmer Hutchison at batting second. 2-1. Tyler Palmer's numbers, .350 with a .509 on base percentage, an OPS of 1.359. He's been on fire lately. It's tied for the team lead in home runs and has a 3-1 count here against Brady Strickert. Strickert out of State Fair College, getting the start for game number 2 here. His 5th pitch is a swing out of Palmer. He's under it. We'll go 3-2 and get a payoff pitch from Strickert. Payoff pitch, and off-speed Palmer waits on, but can't make contact on the cones. We've seen 4 strikeouts and 4 outs here already in this game. Strickert from Blue Springs, Missouri, played at Blue Springs South. He's a 5'11 freshman southpaw. He's had 2 freshman seasons after he graduated the class of 19. Going away as we go to Palmer Hutchison. Hutchison in game 1 got an RBI and has an 0-1 count here. Now a big turnout as fans get filing in over the course of game 1, and here at 8:38 p.m. big crowd here at Larks Park. This one will miss the zone, 1 ball and a strike. Hutch went 1-for-4 in game 1 with a run driven in and a run scored. Strickert, the southpaw from the windup, goes home and gets taken to left field. Caselli moves in and it drops in front of him. Hutch has his 2nd hit of the day. 2 for 5 and 1 for 1 in this game.
From the University of Texas at Arlington, the designated hitter, number 60, Wyatt Dippin.
We appreciate you tuning in to game 2 here on Larks Network. Larks looking to take the RMBL title tonight for their 2nd year in a row, in their 2nd year in the league. You go Wyatt Divis, who had his 18-game hitting streak ended in game 1, and he has an 0-1 count here. Schmidt on deck with Lawson in the hole. All 5 guys between 2 through 6 in the order are the only guys who played in game 1 and are back in the lineup. 1-1 count here, 1 away, runner on first. Strickert gets a pitch against the Larks this season, but in game 1 today, he was off to get some rest for this outing. And we'll get you his stats from yesterday in just a second. 1-2 count here, with Palmer at first and Divis at the box. Divis did put his on-base streak at 21 games in game 1, but had his hitting streak broken. This one goes between the legs of Rady, and moving into second base at scoring position is Palmer Hutchison. 2 balls and 2 strikes, runner at second, 1 away in the 0-0 ball game. Larks have won 2 games against the RoughRiders this year in their 2 games, and have won 5 straight against the RoughRiders going over the past 2 years. Palmer Hutchison, who's at second base last year against the RoughRiders, had 2 RBIs and scored a run, and scored the lone run in a 1-0 victory against Colorado again last season. It was his first season with the Larks, and it was the Larks' first season in the Rocky Mountain Baseball League. The only team from Kansas in the league after they left the KCLB. Divis takes this one down the right field line. It's going to roll to the corner left. Gives it chase. Divis rounds first, heads to second. It's an RBI double with 1 out for Wyatt Divis. And he'll start the hitting streak all over again. Hutchison scores from second. and the Larks take another lead. They're up 1-0 after winning 2 straight against this team. For Palmer Hutchinson, that is run score number 22, and for Divis, that is RBI number 22. Takes us to Grant Schmitz, the cleanup hitter. So Strickert on the mound. Told you I'd give you his stats from yesterday. Yesterday, in game 1 of the series, he went 0 for 2 with the walk and struck out in that 12-2 victory for the Larks. 1-0 count here to Schmitz. In game 1 today, Schmitz went 1 for 3 with a run scored, and he walked. And after Divis' hitting streak comes to an end, Schmidt now has the longest hitting streak on the team. It sits at 10 games. Top 3 hitting streaks, Schmidt at 10, Henry at 9, and Jeminian at 7. For active streaks, obviously the longest one we've seen this season was Divis' 18-game one. Him and Lawson both have been aboard in every game for the Larks they've played in, and Lawson is a guy on deck. 2-0 counts, 1 away in the bottom of the first. Larks already scored 1 run, and they're looking for more. Pop fly out of play. Strickert shows State Fair has no stats for him pitching this year. He did hit and batted .333. And it shows he didn't pitch in the COVID-shortened season last year. He'll miss outside here, full count to the Fort Hays State Tiger. Strickert, southpaw, out of State Fair. Prep Baseball Report clocked his fastball at 82 miles an hour at max and at an 80 to 82 range. 60 mile an hour curveball and an upper of 70 mile an hour changeup. So he will strike out Schmidt for his second strikeout of the day. All 5 outs so far in the first inning have been on strikeouts. Takes us to Court. Court got aboard 3 times in game 1 on 3 walks and is looking to keep his effort going. He has a 15-game on-base streak and is looking to keep it going. 0-1 here. Beautiful night at the ballpark. We're under the lights in the first inning. Good turnouts as Larks want to soak in some of the last baseball games this summer. Austin down the count 0-2. Well, to protect the plates. Larks have 2 hits.